Hey guys, this is my attempt number 2 of filming this because I did a look yesterday with this palette, but all the chillins were here and it was morning, so they all kept running into the scene. Either way, it's a Jcat Dia and Noche palette. I really like the look I came up with last time. And today we are going to go in and try to come up with a look number 2. But yeah, you can see that I really dipped into it. I did like my look and then my little girl's look because she really wanted to also. But today we're gonna go with, I don't know, something different because I already did one. I did like a purpley sunset look. It was nice. So I guess I'm going to try to do purple and green. I don't know. Maybe. But I guess it's gonna be a halo look today. I already primed my eyes with the Elf Putty primer, eye primer. But I guess because I did the cut crease the other day, I'm gonna do a halo eye today. And I am still working during all this virus talk. I am management at the Dollar Tree. If you didn't realize that, Dollar Tree is an essential business apparently because we sell groceries, sanitation supplies. So we are still open and running strong. When I first applied there, I'd been after like a very big loss to me, emotional, mental, friendship wise, partner wise. They were like the biggest part of who I was as a person, too. I had depended on them for a lot through my teen years, through getting through a divorce at the age of like 20. They were very meaningful to me, but it was coming right out of that little emotional thing that I decided to apply at the Dollar Tree part time. And within 3 months, they were asking if I wanted to be part time management, and I took the offer. And then soon after that, 3 months after that, they were like, "Do you want to move up one more time?" Well, they didn't really. I said, like, "Here, go apply to this position," and it was the merchandise manager, and that's the position I've been in for about a year now. And so that's not too bad. I'm gonna go with that one. And now I am here trying to keep myself safe, my other employees, coworkers safe, my customers safe. Because since we do deal with a lot of older people and fixed income individuals, disability and all that, I take it very seriously with this virus. Like, we are sanitizing around the clock while we're open, while we close, and all that. Like, we are not joking or kidding. But if you're not taking this seriously, please realize that a lot of us are. A lot of us are worried we're going to bring this home to our kids. If you don't need to go out, don't go out. Just don't. It's very it's very hurtful and worrisome when people just show up laughing, making jokes about it, and we're literally standing there behind the registers or on the aisle stalking, looking at them horrified, like, no, like, if we could be home, we would rather be home. But like I said, I'm gonna go with the green. It's gonna be the center, but I don't know, you guys. It's just one of those things where don't get me wrong, I am happy. I feel more than blessed and grateful and just really glad that I still have a job. I'm really, really happy about that. They are giving us a bit of hazard pay, so they're not our risk is not going unnoticed, and that's another big thing. They are actually paying us hazard pay, so we realize that it is a risk, a very big risk that we're taking. a lot of us think we're healthy and fine and dandy. Just gonna go back over to deep in some of these. But you never know until you catch it and you end up going to the doctor and then you realize, oh, I'm not as healthy as I thought I was. I have this and that. And that's really what we all want to avoid. We don't want to end up catching this and end up in the hospital, or even worse, our fears that we are perfectly fine and healthy, but our children had some underlying issue we didn't know about, and this triggered it and brought it forward, or our parent or our grandparent or an older relative, like, please don't put us at risk because you don't think that you are going to be affected, or you don't feel like it affects you. Like, just have some kind of compassion, because we are afraid. We don't want to catch it. We don't want any of that. It's terrifying for us. But I'm going to go in with the purple on the bottom. I say that, but then I stop. Like, is that really what I want to do? Too late. It's what we're gonna do. But anybody else still having to go out to work during this pandemic, this crisis we're all going through, or even more so, how are you guys, servers, bartenders, how are you guys dealing with this? Are y'all okay? Are y'all afraid? Worried? Is that stimulus package check gonna be enough to get you by? Or at least help you cushion for a month or two? Or is it just enough to guarantee you can at least make this month's, like, rent? Because I know it's hard for a lot of us right now. Especially for those of us who, well, I can't even include myself in that, but those who have lost their job, even if it's temporarily, or even worse, if it was, like a smaller business and you had to close down, now you don't know if they're gonna open back up. Like, how are you guys doing? What's going on? What are your fears, your worries? Like, you need to vent? Have you been able to vent? Anyone listening to you? How do you feel about people who are saying this is no big deal? Do you feel like it's no big deal? Do you wish the government would have gotten more involved with businesses closing since they ordered them to close? I mean, that one seems pretty obvious because, none of us expected this. Because even though those of us that are open, if we're not getting enough business, we're seeing hours being cut. So we're all being affected by business closures and stuff. But this is what it's looking like, the makeup. It's vibrant, a little, it's like a bit patchy. When you go back over it, kind of pulls up the color a little. But it's nothing horrible, nothing bad. It's still not like the best. Does that make sense? My baby's drinking this bottle. He's 3 months now. But, I mean, it's nothing terrible that you can't just go right back and build up the color. This palette was only $7, so keep that in mind. Only $7, and it's nice pigmentation overall. And it's just a little hard to build it up, is all that I'm saying. But for the price point, I'm not really gonna complain that it's not really sticking as nicely, because once I set it with the setting spray, like the other day, it was perfect. It just stuck in place and all that. That was a cut crease look. This one I'm having a bit more trouble with building the color up. But I think it is a little more of a complicated look where I need it to be packed up. But we're gonna do it like this. We are gonna just work with it like this. Get it up. Get it over there. Either way, though, it's like I don't know. That dark purple. We're gonna add it in on the edges here for more depth. But no, like I've also had a lot of customers who do come in, and I am no professional. I am nothing, I like none of that. But the doctors and nurses, and they try to play it off. They're over there saying it's not real, it doesn't exist, this and that. There's no reason to be afraid. And I do tell them, like, if you look at the facts, if you look at the CDC website, your local public health website, the numbers don't lie. Okay? The numbers do not lie. And then trying to play it off by saying that, you know, only a few people have died from this. Well, yes, because guess what? We're taking the measures to ensure only the minimalist. If we could have prevented them all, we would have loved that, but we want to prevent as many deaths as possible. We don't want it to get out of hand. There's already the flu going around, the common cold. How are our healthcare professionals supposed to be able to deal with all this? Like, if they have to deal with, along with the coronavirus, the flu, the common cold, all of this, like, think about it. Think about them. They're already working as hard as they can. They're already risking themselves. They were already risking themselves with the flu and all that. Like, just think of that. Like, it's not just about you. It's not just about your comfort level. If you're stuck at home, it's still not just about you. And I saw an article saying that the elderly are sadly feeling isolated and lonely, but think about that too, like 1 or 2 weeks of isolation versus them not being there anymore. You won't have that time with them anymore. You won't even have a chance. It's like one of those small sacrifice for the overall greater good for that. So you get more time with them. That's what I have to deal with my dad right now. We don't go visit him as often right now because of the fact that he does have a compromised immune system. It's weaker, and the doctors have told him do not leave the house, do not go out. But like I said, he helps people in the community. He gives rides to those who don't have a license, who don't have a car, just to soften the edge. But you know, like it worries me that he still is out there driving and doing what he does. He's 68. He's literally the person that, like, if we went down into a serious lockdown here in my little town of Rome, he would be told to stay home and no longer leave the premises. But he's still out and about trying to help people get to where they need to go, get their cleaning supplies, their groceries, all that. And I don't know. You guys, I take this very seriously. Not just because of the fact that I have my dad in that situation. My mom, she's in her 50s also. She's like 58. She's got diabetes. Another, prone age group and health group. And it's not just about you guys. It's not just about me. Because I also, they're like, well, it's just your parents. No, it's not just because of my parents. Not just because of my, 3-month-old that I have over here. Also, like, let me make this very clear. My senior citizen customers at my Dollar Tree, and like, actually, you want to tear up. It makes me so sad to see them come in looking for their necessities. But everyone else around my age group in our 20s have come up and hoarded all sanitizer, toilet paper, paper towels, antibacterial soap, the bread, and cereals, and we even had like little things of milk. We hoarded those, took those away. It hurts. I feel for them. They come there to get their basic necessities weekly. They're on a fixed income most of the time, and it makes me tear up. I've seen them come in they find their one ride that they can get a week. They come in. Sometimes some of them are healthy. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are extremely healthy, very lively, still kicking with the full force that they probably had when they were teens. But some of them come in with their canes, their walkers, their oxygen tank. Like, it hurts me for them because what are they supposed to do? They have no one to run these errands for them to come pick it up so they can stay safe. And then the one place they thought they could keep getting their supplies because, let's be honest, not many people go to the Dollar Tree that are in our age group. Like, that's just not it. Like, you'll run in there maybe for a drink, quick drink out of the cooler, and you run back out. But you guys don't actually shop there. Not often, unless you have like a quick arts thing you want to do and get it out of the way. And when I see them come in and I have to turn them away and be like, I don't have what you need this week or today, and like it won't be another week. But before they can even get there, the people in my age group already showed up, stormed the store. Like, our first hour is not dedicated to our senior citizens, but nobody's respecting them. They're just running in and grabbing what they want, hoarding it, sending in multiple people. We try to keep an active eye out. If we notice you with 3 people and one of those people tries to come back to buy something that you just bought, we'll be like, no, no, no. There are other people, there are very, very vulnerable people that you need to keep in mind that are here. And we try to do our best for them because who else is going to watch out for them? They're already on their own. But, it's tough being the one inside, I get it, but it's also tough being the one selling the things. But people aren't fully considering everything. And I get it, it's a lot to consider, it's a lot to think about, but that's why I want to bring awareness to it of, hey, some of these older people aren't in the nursing home, they aren't like put away. Some of them have no one but themselves. A little bit of silence while I try to get this lipstick on. But this is kind of like make up these little videos that a couple of you watch, which it's fine, because of the fact that I'm shy to begin with anyway. But this is my little getaway, my little moment of let me breathe. Let me get this off my chest to the public. Because it's true, it's something that kind of has been addressed. I've only seen certain like Facebook memes. But I haven't actually seen people talk about it. Talk about, hey, you don't need 7 full rolls, packs of toilet paper. You don't. You're in your 20s. You don't have any visible full issues. You can risk going out once a week to the store to get your 1 or 2 little packs of toilet paper. You can't. You honestly can't. The person who can't afford to be risking themselves like that is going to be 60 and above, and they should probably buy 2 or 3 so they don't have to come out weekly like they normally would. But no, instead they have to expose themselves more. They go to their first stop that they normally would, but they're out, so they can't get it there. So instead of just exposing themselves to that one store, they have to go to the next store. or the next store, and all of a sudden they've been to 4 or 5 different stores and they still haven't found what they need. So they have to go back out the next day. And that's just not right. It's like whether you agree or disagree with the older generation's political views, religious views, standpoints, any of it, ideology, it doesn't matter. If, like, if you can't even be a decent human being, no matter what, during a crisis like this, during a pandemic, that speaks more volumes than what you would decide to vote on. Because what you're doing right now is affecting people around you at the very moment. But I'm gonna do liner lashes off camera and I'll be back. And hopefully I'll be done with this little rant. But, you know, it's stuff I needed to get off my chest. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I did change my lip color. I thought it was contrasting too much with the eye look, which is this. But I'm going to add lashes that I found at the Dollar Tree. Ionic ones. And natural cat eye light. My baby's sleeping right now, so I'm trying to be not too loud. Also try not to go back on my rant. But, well, there is like a weird little circle button on my thing. I don't know what I was doing. But we're going to try to put these on. I accidentally get lash glue on the actual lashes, so... Well, if you saw that, that's my fault. Me and my bad depth perception. But the lashes themselves are easy to work with. As you can tell, they're already on. I'm just bit it in this bad depth perception and got them on. Got glue on the actual lashes right there. Like, look. They're like dramatic, but not too dramatic. They just add a nice little thickness to my natural lashes, because that's what my natural lashes look like to begin with, right there. And then with the other lashes, ooh. So we're gonna go in again like this. Pop them on. Tweezers. Make sure that is where I want it. And I think that is it. I think. Gotta make sure they're touching down. Because I did have the situation the other day. I don't know what my video is trying to like focus on. I guess I'll find out when I piece it together. But like the other day I tried to put on some lashes and like I didn't make sure that they were touching down completely. So Dustin went and it's like your eyelashes coming off in the center. It had like a big old gap. So I always double check that part. And right now I'm just making sure my natural lashes are blended in to this, like this. I think I put this one too close to the actual lash line, because I can feel it like poking me. So I'm just gonna like try to twist it. Well, it's like, is it or is it not? Like, I think that should be fine. I'm not 100% sure. I can still feel that lash. But don't know. Like I said, Ione lashes that I got from the Dollar Tree in Natural Cat Eye. Light. But yes. Oh, my light went away. But I did add ColourPop glitter in there. And I love you so much. Like, that's what it looks like in there. I added that in the center. That's what that is. So much for baby being sick. And then, like I said, the new Jcat Beauty Dia and Noche palette. This is look number 2. Okay. That I've used with these. I haven't. I can't even open it. I haven't really messed with these colors. Yeah. Looks like I've dipped into everything except these two. But if we're gonna go by what everything else has shown me, they look good too. Like, you see that shininess right there? Look, wait. They look like they'd be fine. They feel very soft. All of them feel very soft. A little bit of fallout in them, but for $7, like, can you guys complain? I don't think I can. Like, I cannot. Like, even if you say you didn't like it for any reason, you could give it to your niece, daughter, cousin, sister, somebody. Somebody would like it, trust me, because I do like it a lot. $7, I couldn't ask for more from it. I mean, technically I could, obviously, because, you know, we all have, like, these, like, high demands for makeup nowadays, but, like, $7? $7? I cannot. I surely cannot. I'm trying to adjust some of this light so I can actually show you what I'm seeing. But I have seemed to misplace a lot of my stuff lately today. Like, look at, I found it. Yeah, if you're wondering, like, what do I use for my lighting, it's just literally my room light and then my little mirror that I used to fix myself up in. And we're gonna do it like this. Let me bring you guys around so y'all can see that and this. But I am happy with this look. It is like nice, simple, but also very impactful, very colorful. So if you're looking for a nice, cheap, colorful palette, I definitely recommend the Jcat Beauty one. $7, cannot beat that. If you get it from Ulta, you know, you can always use your points, get it even lower. And I think they're still doing that free shipping because of the whole COVID thing going on. So take advantage of that, you guys. Like, keep yourselves busy indoors. Don't let the madness get you down too much. Like, look at this. I have to comb my hair down, fix it all up. But yeah, I need to brush my hair. It's after wearing that thing for so long, it just added bumps into where it shouldn't have been. But simple look, easy, quicker if you know we're talking so much. But let me know how you guys are doing, how you're dealing with this, what your fears are, what your hopes are, like what you're doing to entertain yourself. Because we're all in this together. We really are. And I'm here for you. I will be your listening ear, even if it's through messaging, okay? But I guess subscribe if you like my little rants, my little looks, and I will keep in touch with you guys and hopefully keep making videos just to distract myself from the madness that I have to walk into every day. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye!